Hi, everyone. My name is Allison Rodman, founder of The Learning Loop, and welcome to this week's Learning Lift, Tools for Centering. As a consultant who works in a variety of different learning spaces, I am often asked about my favorite tools for this, that, and everything in between. So this month, I am sharing some of my favorite tools for centering, connecting, and continuing to grow. And this week, we're going to focus specifically on tools for centering. We're going to look at some of the ways that I go about grounding myself so I am able to bring my best work to the communities in which I collaborate. One of the first ways that I am careful about centering and grounding myself is through deep breathing. And I know for some of us, this comes much more easily than it does for others. So it's been helpful for me to look at apps such as Headspace as a way to help guide that process. And it's also been helpful to think about the best time or times of the day when I am ready and able to engage in that type of activity. So for me personally, I tend to engage in deep breathing exercises later in the evening as a way to calm myself prior to bed. And I find that breathing through walks and movement is much better suited for myself personally during the day. But by finding that right combination of timing and guidance, breathing can provide not just an opportunity to pause, but one to calm and recharge for the work ahead. Second, as a way to center myself, I really depend on music. I use music to help energize me first thing in the morning, to help focus my work at certain points during the day, and to help calm myself later in the evening as I'm trying to focus, read, or get ready for some much needed sleep. It helps me to curate playlists for myself in a variety of different platforms that I can sync across devices. For me personally, I choose Amazon Music, but there are so many different tools out there to do this. And instead of focusing on a particular artist, I tend to curate my playlists based on the type of activity that I want to engage in at that time. Another tool for centering that continues to bring me not just joy, but also calm is the use of essential oils. I know for some of you, this might be a passion point, and for others, it might be something that you're not at all interested in, and that's okay. But that sense of smell is something that really helps me to find not just my focus, but also my calm amid the daily whirlwind of everything else going on. And finally, I like to engage in mindful activities, whether it be with my own children or as a part of my journaling and personal growth. I can benefit from games and prompts that help me not have to come up with those ideas off of the top of my head, but instead use cards and prompts and supports that make the process much easier and natural. So for me personally, I like utilizing these cards, which have mindful games in conversations with my own children and also for modeling mindfulness with students in the classroom. And I find it helpful to use these mindfulness cards for my own reflection purposes. So during those months that are particularly stressful, it's not uncommon for me to pull out one or two of those cards to guide some of my reflection and journaling for the day. I hope that this gives you some ideas about some of the ways that you can center yourself, ground yourself, recover, and stay strong. I would love to hear from you on social media at The Learning Loop about the tools that resonated with you as well as other ones that you have found incredibly helpful when trying to center your work and your whole being. Please share so that we can continue growing together. Have a great week.